Hello everyone, welcome to another video. We're on day 538 of the HEX journey, and let's get into some details. You guys always know the drill. Do your own research and make your own moves and your own decision. I'll show you what I'm doing. So first of all, it's hard to ignore what I said before. We might be reaching the end of the cycle. I don't know exactly when. We could have a bounce back next week, and I hope we do for everybody that got stuck if they bought the tops of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I remember I told you guys if we broke the last support line, we would go flush down, and we did all the way to 33K on Bitcoin. Ethereum is also all the way down now, and then if they cannot hold these next this might flush to 1500, and Ethereum might go all the way to 800 is possible. Anything is possible right now, guys. We are just in a very uh the market is in a very bad state right now, because we just, we were at 60 or 50 at some point, and now it's 33. So be careful with the influencers telling you to buy this dip. Be careful because they're delusional if they think we're still gonna hit 100K this cycle. I think we might hit it in the next cycle, but anything's possible, guys. Or we could have a correction. This is crypto, it's the wild, wild west. We could have a correction and it crash for like 3 months, and the last final candle would blows up close to the 100K. Nobody knows, but just be careful. And with that being said, um, Hex is holding compared to everything else. We're still holding strongly here. So if you bought the 4 or 5 or 6 cent mark, don't worry. Be confident that this is paying interest. And then I wanted to point something out to everybody. Um, if you're staked for 4 or 5 years, just relax. You're gonna get your interest every day. Our target here is $1. And with all the fundamentals, with pulse chain coming, with the snapshot coming, and sacrifice coming, there's nothing for. I personally would not worry. Don't even look at it. If it's not healthy to look at it every day, I have to do it because this is my what I do and what I like to do. But for average person, just live your life. You're staking long term. You're confident that you're getting interest every day, and the market's gonna come back. Don't worry. So I just wanted to point that out. So and in one of the videos I said we would touch 3 cents. I don't think we will go below this just because of all the fundamentals and what's coming. I think this is the accumulation, another accumulation phase for many of us that are the Hexagon aficionados that we really love this coin. I might be adding to my stack as well at this and increase my T-shares so I could double them later. So yeah, so just it's not healthy, guys. If you're staked for the long term, all you need to do is relax. The snapshot will happen. You'll have double your T-shares, double your Hex, okay? And I'll keep you guys updated. So let's take a look at our notes real quick here. And the market is correcting hard. So one, Hex is holding the line as we just talked about. We are holding the support. Patience is key. There should be no fear if you are staking long, guys. So just relax. It's not like we're gonna wake up like the Bitcoin guys or the Ethereum guys and wake up to a huge dump and know that it's over. We know that this is building us wealth throughout time. Even here at my this this might turn into 5,000 if we can bounce back up, but still it was an 1,800 investment. Overall, I'm still doing good. Why am I gonna be so greedy? But I just still feel very confident we will bounce back up. Hopefully, nobody can predict these things. Okay. Yeah, like I said, nobody can predict this. So trust in yourself, absorb data, and make your own moves. Try to do notes like myself. If you want to get more advanced. Um, However, there were a lot of top signals. So the top signals were like the NFTs, the meme coins blowing up. People that never got into the market talking about it. Once you start seeing all that, those are my top signals, and I start warning people. Hey, be careful. I think I probably have been warning some of you guys that know me personally. Just I pulled out. I sold everything like 2 months ago, I believe, and I went all in Hex. Like there's nothing else I'm touching right now until the next cycle, which is gonna, remember, the target is 2024, 2025, and we're ending this cycle soon. Obviously, we could crab for like Bitcoin crab for like a month or two and bounce up again with a fake out, and then bam. Don't not anything can happen now, so be careful. Like I said, I might get more cheap hacks right now. and then we know what's coming. So don't not lose focus on the post chain and doubling up your T-shares. We just talked about that. Hex was made for this scenario compared to all other cryptos, like we just talked about as well. We had a pullback, and we're still holding strong, and we can wake up with confidence every day because we're gonna get that interest, and that and the mathematical formula behind it will only increase our price. And remember our target of $1. My first target is the 10 to 15 cent mark in Hex, and that's very achievable. And $1 in the next 1 or 2 years. So if you bought in the red, be confident, like I said. Um, and then watch the traditional markets as well. The SP 500 might something, some of us that have been watching the Bitcoin closely, we noticed that when Bitcoin pulls back, the stock market also pulls back badly. And maybe Bitcoin is not as decentralized as we think. It's more manipulated. Everybody was very excited for institutional money to come in, but now look what happened. They could dump on their head, or they could just play these whale games. Hex may be one of the very few exceptions that is not manipulated and cannot be manipulated. Because if they try to manipulate it, imagine if and I think they might come in, but it's just gonna pump our bags all the way to the moon. So it's designed so well that if they try to manipulate our hex, it's gonna benefit us, and it's gonna benefit them too because they could get interest, and those that got in early are gonna benefit well. But as well, think about post chain hex. That's gonna be for the little guy. Somebody in the Philippines, somebody in South America with only $100 or $200, and they want to, build a better future. They could just go to post hex. Uh, the post hex and stake their $100 for or $200 for cents on the dollar. And that's gonna change the game. That's why my vision for the future of hex, not the Ethereum hex, the Pulse chain hex is gonna be a beautiful ecosystem where everybody's just helping out each other, and it's just gonna grow. It's gonna probably change a lot of people's lives that get in, and help the little guy, and that's why I want to see the help out the smaller people, because if there's more people, making it, or making it, the world's a better place, guys. And they delay gratification. This is you're compensating good behavior because they have to wait like 2 or 3 years for their um small seed to grow. So in that time they're producing, they're working, and then the next generation is doing the same. And it's just I think it's very, very a very healthy way to grow, and compared to the other coins. It's just gambling, and like I said, you wake up to a huge dump, and there's nothing. Imagine a Bitcoin holder. He just bought, like, even if you bought under 20K, what, now you're back almost at the same. You lost your value with no interest. There's nothing. I don't see the value here. Like money preservation. Okay, so now I lost my money preservation. What am I gonna do now? But Hex is designed so perfectly where, yes, I'm preserving my value. I'm saving my money, and I'm getting interest, and it has a purpose, and I still, I mean, I still have Bitcoin in my heart because it was the first one, and the first one I got in that showed me a lot of things. But if I'm gonna be responsible with my money, with my future, I think um, you know, Hex is the one. And also, guys, be careful if you are staking somewhere else that's not decentralized like Hex. The third party interest paying, where they lend out loans and all that, they're not decentralized. And those that are, just still be careful because they're gonna start having a lot of problems with when the bear market hits. There might be rug pulls. The interest is just gonna be so low that's not worth, and then you're gonna just be holding cheap, the bags after. Watch out because I'm starting to see a lot of weakness in those third party, not centralized. Um, one of them just actually gave out Bitcoin by mistake, so now they're harassing their customers to give it back, and it was just a total mess. We're gonna start seeing a lot of those rug pulls and a lot of those things now that we're ending this cycle. So be very careful. Like I said, all I'm doing right now is pretty much Hex. There's nothing else I want to touch. and then maybe in the when we hit that full bull market, we'll start picking up some gems, and I'll start putting videos here on that. So I'll tell you guys what I'm picking up cheap. I know maybe dollar cost in, but our main focus should be Hex, just because we're building the future of ourselves in t-shirts and all that. And yeah, we could I'm probably gonna start buying like cryptos again once I start seeing the next cycle come in. Maybe like dollar cost in a couple of times until we ride the next wave up. Okay, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We went through all the notes. We are doing still very good on the main account. Don't get discouraged if you bought the hex top a little bit above here. Your interest will make up for it. Like I kept, that's why I want to keep drilling that in your head. Don't look at this if you're long. Like once again, don't look at it if you're in it for the long term. Relax, let it play out. You're gonna be okay. So have a good weekend or week, and I'll see you guys on the next video.